Bears preseason opener with the Miami Dolphins that ends in a 24-24 tie Sunday afternoon at Soldier Field. I'm David Kaplan. It's brought to you by our great partners at the Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Chevy dealers. They are the official truck partners of the Chicago Bears. Let's get into this. Look, wins and losses don't matter in the preseason. There were some things I really liked. There were some things that have to get cleaned up. Let's get into it. Here's the observations as I made my notes throughout watching this game. First of all, the battle for the left tackle job. Braxton Jones was meh. He was bailed out on a really good throw by Tyson Bagent, who had an up and down day. Took a couple of sacks, missed a couple throws, but he threw a touchdown pass in the back of the end zone as he was about to get lit up as Braxton Jones completely whiffed on a block. My question is he healthy? I know he had off-season ankle surgery. How healthy is he? Is he ready to go? Because on that particular play, he did not look good. But Ozzy Trapilo did not do a lot to say, my job, I'm taking it. He was okay. He was fine. Again, he's a rookie, and it was his first real NFL action here in the preseason. As I said, Tyson Bagent, who I like very, very much. I think he has a chance to be a really good NFL quarterback. I'm not telling you he's going to be a franchise quarterback, but I think he's a really good football player. He was okay today. He had some moments where he flashed, and he had some moments where you thought, you got to hit that throw, young man. But overall, the quarterback play, it was fine. The throw by Case Keenum for a touchdown to Jade Walker, who absolutely can play and absolutely has a shot to make this football team. The kid out of Texas A&M, number 20. The throw by Case Keenum in the back right corner of the end zone. You talk about dropping one in the bucket. Oh, outstanding throw, outstanding catch by Jade Walker on the touchdown pass from Case Keenum. Bears have a much more talented roster than we've seen in a long time. Part of that comes because you're picking high in the draft. You had extra draft capital, and you went out and spent and brought some really good football players here, some that we didn't see today, like the Joe Toonies and the Drew Dahlmans. We didn't see those guys today. But I'm telling you, the roster, having been up at camp, the roster is markedly better. Will that translate into wins? That remains to be seen. I called Tom Waddle and I said, okay, Tommy boy, give me your thoughts on what you saw today just from the operation of the offense. And he said, it was good. The operation was clean. I know they had one procedure penalty, but you didn't see guys looking around, not knowing where to go. He said, I thought the operation for the install of a complex offense was very, very good. And I thought the exact same thing. So to hear it from Tommy Waddle, who played in the league and was a hell of a football player, to hear him say it solidifies it and validates it in my mind. Something I didn't like, I thought the kick coverage from the special teams was awful. I really did. Thought it was terrible. Now, I know there are guys that will be playing special teams that we didn't see today because they're guaranteed to make the 53-man roster. But that said, the guys that were out there today, not good on kick coverage. We'd also like to welcome one of our newest sponsors, one of our great partners here at the REKAP. It's Studio 41 Home Remodeling Showroom. 13 Chicago area locations, studio41.com. And we'd like to announce that our show is coming back with Tom Waddle and Olin Kreutz, and it will now be known as Studio 41 Football Recap Live. So it'll be back when the season starts, and we'll be with you every Tuesday evening. Back to what we were talking about. I love the aggressiveness of Dennis Allen. They call him DA. The DA was on the case today. In fact, very, very late in the football game, the Dolphins had a fourth down. They're driving to try and get a game-winning field goal. He sent the house. You wouldn't have seen Matt Eberflus do that ever ever. I'm not just talking about preseason. He'd have had him sit back 15 yards. And I'm not telling you Eberflus isn't a solid defensive coordinator, has a long career. But this guy, Dennis Allen, that is what we want Chicago Bears defensive football to look like. Austin Booker, he absolutely gets our Player of the Game award today. And we are going to give it to him for 3 sacks. Now, he played like this last year in the preseason. And then when it came to the regular season, we saw him a little bit overmatched physically against some of the men that he was going up against. He, of course, was a rookie. Can he take this next step? Today was a very, very good sign. 3 sacks for Austin Booker, and he is our Player of the Game. Our Special Olympics Illinois Special Teams Play of the Game, Cairo Santos from 57 yards late in the first half. Good. And that thing soared through from 65. He absolutely drilled it. And he was saying to the media when I was up at camp, I worked all off season on getting more distance out of my field goals. He worked in the weight room. He worked on his form. He worked on a whole bunch of different things with Richard Hightower. Well, whatever he did today, that was awesome. 57 yards, easy for a field goal for the Chicago Bears. Bears, before the game started, went 72 plays of work with Ben Johnson, putting Caleb Williams and Roma Dunze and a bunch of guys through the paces in that very hot temperature today. And I listened to Ben on ESPN 1000, the home of the Bears, with Jeff Joniak and Tom Thayer, and he said, that's where you can make such great strides in your passing game, when you have a plan and you go out before the game and you get a chance to really work on it, because Caleb didn't play today. Rome didn't play today. DJ didn't play today. Colston Loveland played today. Didn't do a lot, but it was good to see that he's healthy and able to be back out there in an NFL football game. What I didn't like, that Miami Dolphins team's not going to be good. For me, they're a bet against this season. If they have a really good season, I will be very, very surprised. I'll admit it, but I don't see it. I don't think they're a very good team at all, and that probably means Mike McDaniel could be in trouble at the end of this season. Who wins the left tackle job for the Bears? I think it's still wide, wide open. I do. Bears tie 24-24 today against the Miami Dolphins. Also, thanks to our great partners at Tasty Trade, right back there. Tasty Trade, stocks, options, futures, crypto. Tasty Trade is where you should trade, tastytrade.com. I'll have a Cubs recap tonight. Check out the White Sox recap against the Guardians, and have a wonderful rest of your Sunday. Football's back, baby. We've got no weeks without football until almost the end of February next year. Take that.